Hi, Henk Akkermans here. Supply Chain Dynamics Chapter 8, Pilot Error, clip number 4, Replaying History. So, what did happen and what typically happens in these new aircraft development programs? Well, let's follow the flow from beginning to end. First, we have basic engineering here on page 4. And this is typically what you see. You see that the capacity is built up pretty quickly at the beginning, not at full capacity yet. Initially, the output is very low. Low because, well, the quality is also very low. So the rate at which designs are completed is line 4, the green line. And as more and more designs are completed, also more and more designs are fixed. Flaws are fixed also because of the subsequent phase. And as a result of that, by the time indeed up here, with the biggest peak in design completions, actually the capacity can be built down already. So a very non-linear process, but one that makes sense. If you then look one stage down the line, so this is the cumulative notion of it, then you see that these are the completed designs. That the detailed design engineering also has to wait a little bit, but starts as soon as the completed designs are far enough. So up here, the completed design is at 90%, and then the detailed design starts. A similar process, even with a stronger peak of initially very low progress, but then more and more. Look at the longer time scales here, also of 120 months, whereas the first one had only 20 months. And in tooling, the same story, completeness of the basic design pretty early on, and then detailed design, and then the tooling quality can start to be built, but it takes quite some time before actually you get also quite some output, and then as tooling quality starts to build and the tooling is more and more finished, we are ready for production. That's then when production takes off. Sorry, wrong direction. So here you've got your manufacturing rate. That's the green line. 200 months is a long time period, but don't forget that most planes are manufactured for 20-30 years. So even still in the first stages of all this, as the tooling is sufficiently completed, production can start, and initially with a very low quality, very low output. See that also production capacity is then quickly built up, and the proto production is then quickly also completed. At this point, so the production is really pristine. You see that at this stage also the biggest peak in production work in progress has already been passed, and here you've got steady ongoing production. So that's the production. If you would then take a look at how the sales are progressing, you would find, or at least at some production dynamics here. Where do I have that? Still a bit further down the line, I suppose. Well, apparently I don't have that, but what you will see is that the production dynamics are pretty much in line with what we have also here. We have a very steady manufacturing rate. If you would continue the simulation later on, you will see that that will also decline, and this I could perhaps show you. Suppose that we run the simulation for a longer period, say 300 weeks. Then what you would get is a long time nothing, and then as the production starts to take off, a fast increase in there, just as long as until the big peak in production is almost over. And here all the potential customers for this plane have bought that plane In practice, this will probably go a bit slower, but nevertheless, this is how we modeled it so far. So that's manufacturing for